Just recently, we created a Champions League for clubs that have been a major surprise to start the season. And of course, all of you in the comments afterwards requested the complete opposite. A Champions League for clubs that have had a horrendous start to their season. So here we are. 32 clubs that you could say have had an underwhelming start to their campaign will compete for a Champions League trophy today. So who's participating? Well, the first one is the most obvious choice and the most requested in the post that I made asking you which clubs should participate. It is Liverpool. How much money did they spend in the offseason on new players, yet they've lost 4 of their first 10 Premier League matches? They lost to Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup, and they lost to Galatasaray in the Champions League. With Florian Wirtz not having a single goal contribution in 10 matches in the Premier League, and Alexander Isak also not having a great start to his Liverpool career, guys. More disappointments from the Premier League. I gotta admit, there's gonna be a lot of English teams in this video, and the obvious 3 other choices from the Prem are West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and Wolves. Do I have to explain why? Probably not. They're 18th, 19th, and 20th, all in a relegation spot with 3 wins in between them combined in 30 matches. We move to the second division of English football, the Championship, where we have even more horrendous campaigns going on. Sheffield Wednesday, sitting on -5, probably no chance of staying up. Norwich City, in a relegation spot on 8 points. Sheffield United, 3 wins out of their first 13. They've lost 10 matches in the Championship. Southampton, in 21st. How? And the last one from the Championship that just simply cannot be ignored is Leicester City. We all remember the Leicester City that was. Well, this is Leicester City now, sitting 14th in the Championship. Let's go to La Liga. How about Girona? 1 win out of their first 11 matches, sitting dead last in the top flight of Spanish football. It's just absolutely terrible. And Valencia ain't that much better. They're also in a relegation spot. One shocking one from La Liga also has to be Athletic Club Bilbao. They're sitting in 11th, 4-2-5, only on 14 points. This is a club that finished 5th in the 23-24 season. They're currently playing Champions League football, but in La Liga, they are struggling. Speaking of struggling and playing European football at the same time, we're gonna go to Italy. Fiorentina, dead last in Serie A. Through their first 10 matches, they haven't even won a single game yet, guys. But they're one of the favorites to win the Conference League. You know who's also playing in the Conference League? Mainz from the Bundesliga. Yet it's the same story with Mainz as it is with Fiorentina. They're sitting in a relegation spot in the Bundesliga in 17th. 1, 2, and 6 on 5 points. And Borussia Mönchengladbach ain't that much better. So both Gladbach and Mainz have to be included here. Sticking with another German club, we're gonna go to the second division of Germany, where we have Bochum sitting in 14th. Bochum, a Bundesliga side for I believe the last 4 seasons, where they only got relegated last year, but currently they're only 3 points clear of safety from going down to the 3rd tier. Bochum, welcome to the tournament. From Ligue 1, we're gonna have Auxerre participate because they're rock bottom. They came back to Ligue 1 last season and showed a lot of promise, finishing mid-table in 11th. They won 11 matches. But so far, the 25-26 campaign has been an absolute disaster for them. And the same can be said for Brest. They were playing Champions League football last season, but this season, 2 wins through their first 11 matches, only 2 points clear of safety. Both Auxerre and Brest qualify. Let's go to the Scottish Premiership for just a minute. Aberdeen in 9th place. What? Aberdeen definitely gets in, but also Rangers get in. Yeah, Rangers 3-6-1, only 3 wins through their first 10 league matches. It's not been good from Rangers whatsoever. You expect so much better. Now, I was gonna put Celtic in this competition, but I don't know if it warrants it just yet. They're still in 2nd place. Maybe they can catch Hearts. Hearts, though, have been absolutely spectacular. We're actually gonna have a club from the MLS participate, and it will be LA Galaxy. They finished in 26th. LA Galaxy is the club where Marco Reus plays, by the way. I'm positive that every single LA Galaxy fan and probably every single MLS fan will tell you that they expected much better this season from LA Galaxy. Let's invite 2 clubs from the Romanian Super League, guys. Do you know who finished 1st and 2nd in the Romanian Super League last year? It was FCSB and Cluj. And do you know where FCSB and Cluj are currently this season? Well, FCSB is sitting in 8th, while Cluj is in 13th, only on 13 points. A major drop-off for both clubs so they definitely have to qualify. A club from Greece? Yeah, I think we're gonna have one. And I know it's still early, but Panathinaikos is mid-table, 3-3-2. You expect Panathinaikos to always be in that top 3, top 4 conversation. But as it stands right now, at the time of this recording, yeah, they have a match in hand, but they're 10 points back of second place Olympiacos. It's probably warranted that Panathinaikos get in here, guys. In 2022, Molde won the Norwegian Elite Serien. In 2023, they finished in 5th. Last year, they finished in 5th once again. But this year, they're currently in 12th, and it's not looking good. What's happened with Malmo in Sweden? I don't know, but they're in 7th. You just never expect Malmo to be this low down the table in Sweden, but this is why they earn a spot in our Champions League. As I was reading, according to one of you, Lask has the 4th most expensive squad in the Austrian Bundesliga, but they're in 6th, having lost more matches than they've actually won. So it seems that Lask also deserves to play in our UCL. Have we talked about Serie B in Italy? No, we haven't. Well, let's talk about it. Sampdoria, dead last in the 2nd division of Italian football. Sampdoria. Yes, that same Sampdoria that was a consistent Serie A club are now in danger of going down to the 3rd tier. 1 win in their first 11 matches. It's just not good enough. If you thought I'm gonna forget about a club in Belgium, you are dead wrong. How about Royal Antwerp? 5th in the Belgian Pro League last year. 6th in the 23-24 season. They won the league in 22-23. But right now they're in second last, guys. 2-5-6, -5 goal difference on 11 points. It just seems like they can't win a match at all. In fact, the last time Royal Antwerp actually won a match in the league was in August, guys. Yeah, in August. One club from Poland will also participate. How about Legia Warszawa? They're in 10th. A club that's usually pushing the top half, the top 3, 4, 5 of the table every single season. Not this year, apparently. That is 30 clubs. We only got 2 more to introduce, and the 31st is Braga from Portugal. They're in 7th. 3-4-3 through 10 matches, only on 13 points. Behind Porto, Sporting, Benfica, Gil Vicente, Famalicão, and Moreirense. I don't even know if they can catch up to Gil Vicente. They're 9 points back. And the last club will come from the Swiss Super League. Last season, Servette finished in 2nd, only behind Basel. This season, Servette, after 12 matches, is in 9th. 8 groups of 4 as usual. All the teams are selected, guys. Let's see what the groups play out. We're gonna randomize them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the groups. Let's go. Let's see what these groups turned out like as we head towards the end of the group stage matches. Group A will be Southampton, Servette, Royal Antwerp, and Auxerre. That is Group A of our disappointment UCL. Group B, Norwich City, Sampdoria, Sheffield Wednesday, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Group C, Molde, Aberdeen, Panathinaikos, and West Ham United. Group D, Braga, Fiorentina, Athletic Club Bilbao, and Mainz. That is the group of death, guys. That is very, very difficult. Then we go to Group E. We have FCSB, we have Leicester City, we have Legia Warszawa from Poland, and we have Forest. Group F, LA Galaxy, Liverpool, Rangers, and Brest. Group G, Sheffield United, Bochum, Valencia, and Lask. And finally, Group H, it is Malmo, it is Cluj, it is Wolves, and it is Girona. Liverpool, the clear-cut favorite, I would say, to win this entire thing. But when clubs are disappointing and not performing up to their expectations, you just never know. Well, we're at the end of the group stage matches. Let's see which clubs can go a little bit deeper in the competition and kind of give their season a little bit of a boost, and which clubs will be eliminated and continue having an absolutely horrendous time. In Group A, it is Royal Antwerp that is on top with Southampton. So Royal Antwerp and Southampton will continue their journey in the round of 16. Auxerre, not good enough. Servette, definitely not good enough. We move over to Group B. It is Borussia Mönchengladbach that is on top, so they advance. And then 2nd and 3rd, I mean, they were just as close as 1st. The top 3 clubs were all on 6 points. Everyone beat up on Sheffield Wednesday, who finished with 3 losses from 3. But Sampdoria is going home, while Norwich City advances with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Group C was so close. 1st and 4th separated by a single point. West Ham United on top on 4 points. And then it is Molde, also on 4 points. So they advance with West Ham, while Panathinaikos is out and Aberdeen is out as well. Ironically enough, Aberdeen was the only club in the group that went undefeated, but they also didn't win a match. Group D, the so-called group of death, it was Athletic Club Bilbao that is on top, so they progress, and Mainz progress as well. Braga in 3rd, Fiorentina Oh my gosh. Winless in Serie A, winless in this group, man. Braga and Fiorentina are done. In Group E, it is Nottingham Forest, 3 wins from 3 on top, automatically advancing to the round of 16 with the Romanian club FCSB beating out Leicester City and Legia Warszawa. This is a disappointing campaign for Leicester. Group F, the one that had Liverpool. Well, Liverpool did finish in first, but it wasn't as simple as it was supposed to. They finished on 7 points, so they actually drew a match. Rangers came in second, went undefeated just like Liverpool, but they had 2 draws. Liverpool had 1 draw. Brest and LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy, 1 goal. They scored 1 goal in 3 games. In Group G, it was the 2nd division German side in Bochum. 3 wins from 3. Domination in this Group 2 that had Valencia in it. Valencia did come in second, but only on 4 points. Lask in third on 3 points, and Sheffield United, a single point, man. Some of these championship clubs are struggling. And finally, the last group, Group H, where it was Girona, the La Liga side, on top. They went undefeated, 2 wins and a draw. And Wolves, the Premier League side, I don't know how much longer they'll be a Premier League side. They need to turn things around very, very quickly. But here they at least advanced to the round of 16 with Cluj terrible and Malmo also disappointing. So a round of 16 fixtures, guys. There's some interesting ones here. It is Athletic Club Bilbao versus Southampton. Liverpool got drawn against Norwich City. That is a tough road ahead for Norwich. Girona versus Valencia. Okay. Bochum versus Rangers. That's a very random one. West Ham will play FCSB. Royal Antwerp will take on Wolves. Forest will take on Mainz. And Borussia Mönchengladbach will take on Molde. All right, so the round of 16 fixtures are over, guys, and we're at the quarterfinal stage now. And I gotta show you something. I gotta tell you. I mean, I don't know how to tell you this, but I guess we have to go match by match, result by result. The first round of 16 fixture was Athletic Club Bilbao versus Southampton. Athletic Club Bilbao beat Southampton quite comfortably, 4-1, advancing to the last stage. Then it was Liverpool versus Norwich City, and this is where things get absolutely out of control. Norwich City 3, Liverpool 2. So the favorite team to win this entire thing just lost to a championship side that is in a relegation spot. I don't know how this has happened, my friends. Girona also beat Valencia, so Valencia is out, and then Rangers beat Bochum, so Bochum is out as well, with Rangers progressing. West Ham was probably expected to beat FCSB from Romania, and they did 2-1. Wolves probably were expected to beat Royal Antwerp from Belgium, and they did 4-0. It was quite a close encounter between Forest and Mainz, but Forest did come out victorious by a narrow scoreline, 2-1. But then in the final round of 16 fixture, Molde beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1 and eliminated them. Somehow our quarterfinal affairs turned out to be like this: Athletic Club Bilbao versus Norwich City, Girona versus Rangers, West Ham versus Wolves, Premier League versus Premier League, Molde versus Forest. Well, let's go through the quarterfinals and see who progresses. The first one, it is Athletic Club Bilbao versus Norwich City. Ain't no way, right? Norwich City, they beat Liverpool. Can they beat Athletic Club Bilbao? Dude, they almost did. It was 3-2 until the 78th minute. Norwich City, valiant, respect. Girona versus Rangers. Is Girona the favorite here, or is it Rangers? I'm not so sure, but Girona does win in extra time. West Ham versus Wolves. We're gonna have a Premier League club in the semi-finals. Which one will it be? Wolves! They beat West Ham. They got themselves a dub. But will we have yet another club in the semi-finals? Forest versus Molde, guys. Forest on penalties. On penalties. Molde almost did it. Just like Norwich, I tip my hat to Molde. Dude, these semi-finals are actually hilarious. It's 2 La Liga clubs versus 2 Premier League clubs. Athletic Club Bilbao versus Girona. Wolves versus Nottingham Forest. So our final will be a La Liga club versus a Premier League club. Who will advance to the final? Girona. I mean, if they can beat Athletic Club Bilbao, this will be a very, very big victory for them in small sizes, if you know what I mean. Girona. It's a big letdown. This is a letdown for Athletic Club Bilbao. After Liverpool was eliminated, for sure, Athletic Club Bilbao were licking their chops saying, this one is ours, boys. So it will be Girona, but who will they face? Will they face Wolves or Forest? And they will face, oh my, 7 goals. And Morgan Gibbs-White rescues Nottingham Forest. Unbelievable. Morgan Gibbs-White We have our disappointment UCL final. Girona, last in La Liga with 1 win through 11 matches. Nottingham Forest, second last in the Premier League, also with 1 total win. But one of these struggling clubs will get a chance to smile for just a little bit if they win and take down the disappointment UCL title. I'd like to welcome you to the Arena of Schalke in Germany, where Nottingham Forest takes on Girona in the disappointment Champions League final. Both clubs have struggled mightily this season, but this is an opportunity, a chance for a fresh start. Forest in the red, Girona in the yellow, and here we go. It is the Premier League versus La Liga. Alex Moreno to Brian Hill. Unahi carrying forward for Girona as they start off with the ball. Tsikankov, Arnau will go to Tsikankov. And Ivan Martin, Unahi in the midfield. Girona controlling the play through Thomas Lemar. Remember him? Remember Lemar? He plays for Girona now. Stuani. Remember Stuani? The guy doesn't want to retire. He's like, what, 37 now, I think? 38? I think 37. But Girona is looking decent, giving problems to Nottingham Forest. 10th minute, Girona with the throw. It goes to Unahi. In the box, Stuani, great control. Oh, Lemar puts it wide. Yes, Ange Postecoglou is still managing Forest here. FC26 hasn't updated yet, okay? It is now Forest's turn to attack and have a little bit of the ball. Chris Wood, Murillo, Douglas Luiz, Wood playing so deep, and Doy, Gibbs White collects. Why is Wood playing so deep? See, this is the problem. These tactics not good enough. Why is Wood playing in the midfield? Luiz to Ndoye. I like Dan Ndoye. He's a good player. Douglas Luiz, Ndoye. Great challenge. Girona on their heels. Gibbs White! 1 chance, 1 shot, 1 goal for the Premier League outfit. In the 20th minute, Morgan Gibbs White, as he barrels into the billboard, does one of these. Great pass inside, great control, great turn, and great precision. 1-0 Forest, and I would say they are the favorite in this game. But hey, a La Liga club is still a La Liga club. Yet they are looking more and more every single match week to go down to the 2nd division. It's just really not looking good for Girona. Forest, I don't think they will get relegated. I just don't think. I think they will pick it up. Gibbs White on the counter. Finds Chris Wood. Out wide he goes to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Odoi operating. Anderson tackled. Martin collects. Tsikankov. We're approaching halftime. It's been end-to-end action here. Tsikankov, the Ukrainian international, drops it off to Ivan Martin. He barrels forward here. Tsikankov once again. Great ball. Great pass to Stuani. Back to Tsikankov. Tsikankov receives it again and loses it to Williams. Hudson-Odoi. Maybe one opportunity left for either side before halftime is called. And it looks like it might go to Forest here. Anderson. Bright spot in their lineup this year. Murillo. Gibbs White. Great ball. Chris Wood, a great finisher, but he misses. He puts it wide. And yeah, that was the last kick of the first 45. It's 1-0. Forest will kick off as they hold on to a narrow 1-0 lead. Douglas Luiz. Wood. I think Girona just needs to shoot more. They've been in decent situations. They put themselves into decent spots, but they haven't really got it up. Oh, that's brilliant. It's a mistake from Girona's goalkeeper, and it's a brilliant finish by Callum Hudson-Odoi. Knock, knock, who's there? It's me, Mom. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Unbelievable finish. The ball. Oh, that ball is delicious. Oh, yeah. The goalie shouldn't have come out. No, he shouldn't have come out. Oh, yeah. It's a mistake. But also, he wasn't covered. Arnau missed the coverage. Same thing with David Lopez. They didn't track the run of Callum Hudson-Odoi. And now Forest are in full control. It is 2-0. Yes, there is still time remaining. But 2 goals down is a very, very difficult task, especially for a club like Girona that have only won a single match in La Liga this year. Can they come back from 2-0 down here? I am not so sure, my friends. Anderson, Gibbs White, Douglas Luiz, Chris Wood. Douglas Luiz again. This is great football from Nottingham Forest. They are really showing their dominance. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Douglas Luiz, still trying to create this Forest side. Douglas Luiz again. Anderson, Callum Hudson-Odoi spins. Oh, it's a great shot. Great chance by Chris Wood. It's intercepted. And Girona go on a rare attack in the second half here. Through Brian Hill. Hill on the left side. Martin. Nowhere to go. Back to Hill. Back to Martin it goes. Good possession here. Good little spell from Girona. But they have to create a good opportunity. Lamar. Hill. Anderson stands tall. I mean, Girona is just holding on. They're really just holding on by the skin of their teeth. Sakankov, haven't seen him on the ball at all in the second half. They need to get him going. Not a lot of time. Really not a lot of time. We're in the 78th, approaching the 79th. A decent opportunity here, maybe. Martin. It's covered. I think the chance might be gone. He dinks it. Unahi. They need to put the ball in the box. They need to find their strikers, the goal scorers, and it's just not there for Girona. 84th minute, Callum Hudson-Odoi. And I mean, Forest is just being very, very smart here, guys. They're keeping the ball, keeping possession, playing the back passes between the back line, slowly moving forward with smart and calculated passes. Basically time wasting. This is what it's called. This is time wasting. Look at this. I mean, they really won a trophy, Forest. It's over. It's done. It's done. I cannot believe we're seeing this from Nottingham Forest, but I guess whatever it takes to win. Morgan Gibbs-White in the 20th, Callum Hudson-Odoi in the 49th, and Forest do win the Disappointment Champions League. A few key contributors to their success in today's video. Obviously, Morgan Gibbs-White, Callum Hudson-Odoi. I thought Anderson and Douglas Luiz were very good, and they do lift the Disappointment UCL trophy today. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of each other. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you have any other cool suggestions that you'd love to see on the channel, just like this one, comment them down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff with the little noti bell, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. I love you as always. Peace, 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 peace.